What's going on, y'all? It is James West. This is Wild Wild West Sports, and yes, today is a Sunday. I've been blessed to go to church today. I'm just glad y'all are here with us today. Hold up, why did I say us? It's only me right now. Like, hold up. Matter of fact, where is my co-host Spencer? Spencer, hold up. Let me see. Let me hit this button. Whoa, Spencer! Whoa, what is going on? Oh man.
I am in fact a clown today. I am a man of my word, and we made a bet. And not only did I lose to you, James, I went 0-4 in the second round. So I am a man of my word, and here I am with my clown nose on. What do you
Man,
think?
Spencer, hey, I'm not gonna lie. You look kind of good, man. I ain't gonna front. You look good, man.
I have a lot of good takes for this episode that I have planned out, but none of them are going to carry any weight because I have a clown nose on the entire time.
Yeah, and Spencer, hey, last topic of the day. Hey, I know you heard the news. DeAndre Hopkins got released by the Cardinals. I think what was it Friday? Yeah, I was playing golf actually, and I found that out. Oh man, I shanked my driver when I heard he got released. I thought he was going to be traded. I thought he might have been on the team and just caught a few passes before Kyler came back. Now, Spencer, what are your initial thoughts on the release? And then give me maybe your top three that where he could sign to. Maybe to a contender. I would assume, even though we did see some interesting news on DeAndre Hopkins' IG story.
Oh, that wasn't news. That's a non-story. He's alluding to the fact that he posted that he was in Houston and he posted a little picture on NRG. That is truly just DeAndre Hopkins messing with his Houston followers. He is not coming back to Houston. There's a 0% chance in my mind that he comes back to Houston. He needs to go to a contender at this age in his career. But I will say this. On that note, the fact that the Cardinals just cut the guy, right? People were dunking all over the Texans for trading away DeAndre Hopkins for a second-round pick and David Johnson, the corpse of David Johnson, who absolutely was a scrub, but
He was.
at least the Texans got a second-round pick. The Cardinals cut DeAndre Hopkins, a bona fide top 10 wide receiver, for nothing. They get absolutely nothing for him. They don't even get a compensatory pick next year because it was a release. It wasn't like him running out of his contract. They cut him. They don't get a compensatory pick. They get nothing for him. Maybe that's part of their goal. I think they might be trying to tank this year. Who knows? Yeah. But that's what it's seeming like right now. But as far as like where I think he's going to go, I think the Chiefs make the most sense. They were trying to trade for him before he was released. The Bills will be in the mix. And also another team I saw that Vegas likes that I think would be really interesting is the Detroit Lions. I think the Detroit Lions, they're going to try to make a big move to contend in the NFC, which frankly is wide open. Right. Jared Goff is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFC. So DeAndre Hopkins going there would be great. You got Amon-Ra in the slot. You have DeAndre Hopkins outside. Jameson Williams when he comes back from a 6-game suspension. Man, that is going to be a loaded wide receiver room. I would like that a lot. So that would be my top three in order. But I will say this. I have a future already. I went and placed a future. I think he's a Chief.
I think he's a Chief. Okay. It's not bad. Not bad. No. Of course, when I saw the news, like I said, I was golfing, so I was very shocked. Of course, like you said, the reason was they couldn't trade him. So, because, of course, he had a big, I guess, cap hit. So they just decided to release him. I know the Cardinals said they saved about like $8.15 million in cap space, but I know 22 of that's dead money, so at least they'll be getting paid like that. I don't disagree with your top three, because like we've always mentioned, it just seems like now and today everyone's going to go to the Chiefs or the Bills, find a way, figure it out. But I'll give you my three. Now, before I do, I preferably, if I was DeAndre, I would go NFC just because how loaded the AFC is in competition. But I'm gonna go with number three. I like the Ravens pick. You got Odell, and now you got Zay Flowers. Baltimore, if you believe in your $260 million quarterback, why not just throw out a little more money for DeAndre Hopkins? I like him there.
Man, I think it's funny. A loaded wide receiver room. You got him, you got Odell, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman. I like that.
Mark Andrews. But I remember, Spencer, I think you predicted, he would get traded to Baltimore, and I think before the draft. So hey, this is a win-win situation if they can get that done. Of course, now a lot of people didn't agree on our group chat, but hey, Bleacher Report had them in the top 6. I like Philly. I like Philly, man. Yo, Howie Roseman, do your job.
Man,
Do that thing.
you really want them. You really want them, the Eagles, when they already are pressed up against the cap. You really want them to drop another like 20, 25 million to get DeAndre Hopkins and put him in the same room, because you have to pay. You're gonna have to pay Devontae Smith eventually.
Eventually, yeah. But like I said, hey, man, we don't have to pay him next year though. So just if we can get DeAndre for a 2-year, that's it. Just that, because Slay's on a 2-year, Bradbury's on a 2-year. Most of these guys are on a 2-year. We already signed AJ, so we're good there. We already signed Jalen. We're already good there. Like you said, Devontae will be coming up, but I think after the 2 years, then those guys will be going, and then we can sign Devontae and still keep that. But I will say one team that I do like. Now, of course, I don't think DeAndre Hopkins would put them at the Super Bowl level, but I would like to see him go to the New York Giants and, be the number 1 target for Daniel Jones, be Brian Daboll's main focus. I like that. I like that little connection. Now, like I said, would they top the Niners, the Lions, or the Eagles, or even the Cowboys as the top teams in the NFC? I don't think so. But then again, the Giants made it to the divisional round with no receivers. Why not throw in a guy like D-Hop with Daniel Jones? Of course, then again, signing D-Hop, you still have an angry Saquon Barkley. They got to figure that out too. So I think that would be the only reason why that wouldn't work. But those are my 3.
I pulled up the current odds as of today. I mean, when we were talking about this, the odds were a little bit more murky. Currently, the top 3, all right, the Bills at plus 200. We mentioned Chiefs at plus 300. But this number 3 team is kind of poking out to me, and you're not going to like it, James. They have the Dallas Cowboys at plus 400, and that is the top 3 odds for DeAndre Hopkins' next team.
So I'm not mad. I'm not too upset about that. That would make sense. They've been harping on that all off season for the Cowboys to, get that. Even Marcus Spears said DeAndre Hopkins should get traded to the Cowboys. They thought they were going to draft receiver, yada yada. But I'm not upset with the odds. That makes sense. But I'm going to believe in DeAndre Hopkins when he went on the I Am Athlete podcast, and he did not list Dak as his top 5 quarterbacks he wanted to play with.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna agree with DeAndre on that. And plus, man, come on, man. Hey, man, I would hope DeAndre would be like one of us Houston native guys. You don't want to play for Dallas. No. You never want to play for Dallas.
And I mean, they really do have a loaded wide receiver room. They just traded for Brandon Cooks. They have CeeDee Lamb already. And they were just earlier this week, they were talking about Michael Gallup. Dak Prescott was talking about how great he was, and how he only had a down year last year because he was hurt. So I think they really like Michael Gallup. I would really be surprised if he ends up a Cowboy. I really feel it's going to be primarily, I think it's going to be Bills or Chiefs. I think Vegas agrees with that, but I'm going Chiefs on that one.